What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Stephen Bardo, coming at you with a quick edition of Bardo's Breakdown. I'm having a nice back and forth. Oh, first of all, let me say this. Happy Friday to you guys. I hope where you are, it's as nice weather-wise as it is here today in Chicago. You know, we've had an abrupt entry into fall, and the 30-degree temperatures are an abrupt reminder that the hawk is right around the corner. So with that being said, I'm having this conversation with this gentleman back and forth on my YouTube channel. And he's really nice guy. And he made a comment on an earlier post that I made about the Illini point guard battle. And so he says it really doesn't matter because they'll be playing positionless basketball. And I said, that's not correct. That's not correct. So I wanted to come on here and talk about what is positionless basketball. Okay. First of all, why am I qualified to talk about this particular topic? Well, because I'm a college basketball analyst for Big Ten Network and Fox Sports, also Westwood One. I played college basketball, played professionally in the NBA and overseas. I was a point guard. And the fact that the Flying Illini were the first college basketball team that was positionless, that I was the point guard of. So I know a little bit, I know a thing or two about positionless basketball. Here's what I want you to consider. When you're talking positionless basketball and why this has become such a buzzword, especially among Fighting Illini fans, is that this year's version of the Fighting Illini are really poised to be positionless. They'll have a lot of these tendencies, okay? But what I want you to consider is this. Here's a concept I want you to keep in your mind when thinking about positionless basketball. Players have multiple options on offense and defense. So, for example, I'm the starting point guard of the Flying Illini. I'm 6'6". Kendall Gill and Nick Anderson are the wings. Kendall Gill 6'5", Nick Anderson 6'5". Kenny Battle was an old school, was a hybrid 4 at 6'5", and Lowell Hamilton was our center at 6'7". So we were all about the same height. And what we could do on the offensive end is that I could go in the post and Lowell could be on the perimeter, or Lowell could be in the post and I could be on the perimeter, even though our positions are labeled as me being the point guard, Lowell Hamilton being the center. But Lowell had enough skill set that he could get outside on the perimeter, put it on the deck, and make a play if he had to. He could shoot from the outside. I could post up. I could rebound. I could also go on the perimeter and do what typically guards do. So don't get caught up in thinking that, well, the Illini don't need a point guard because they're playing positionless basketball. That's garbage. Every team needs a defined roles, whether you play positionless or not. Because if your roles aren't defined in the last 5 minutes of a Big Ten game on the road, if your roles aren't defined, you're going to lose. So when you hear positionless basketball, it means that players have multiple options on the offensive and defensive ends of the floor. It does not mean that they don't have a specific position or role that they occupy or play. Okay? So when you're looking at this year's version of the Fighting Illini, they have the ability to be positionless because RJ Melendez is 6'6", 6'7". Luke Goody is 6'6", 6'7". Ty Rodgers is 6'6", 6'7". Dane Danger is 6'9" with multiple ball skills. Coleman Hawkins can play from anywhere from the 1 to the 5. Matt Mayer can play possibly 1 through 5. Terrence Shannon can play probably 1 through 4 if he had to at 6'6", 6'7". You guys, you see where I'm going with this? So positionless basketball doesn't mean that you don't have specific roles and responsibilities for your position. Once you get on the floor and you start playing, now it looks positionless because you guys have this team has multiple options. You know, Coleman Hawkins can bring the ball up the floor. Dane Danger can get the ball off the glass and push it up. But that doesn't make Dane Danger a point guard. That just means that he has the ability to get the ball off the glass and push. Okay. Let me see if I see a couple comments here. What's up, Captain Fletcher? Good to see you, bro. I had to get this out because positionless basketball is it's kind of a buzzword right now, and I want to clear this up for people so that they understand when they're talking to other basketball fans or other people, and they're explaining positionless basketball. It's not devoid of positions or devoid of roles on the team. You have to have specific roles on the team to know what you're going to do in every scenario. If you don't have defined roles, ladies and gentlemen, and you get on the road in a tough environment, or if you're at home and you're against an elite team and they're on a roll, if your roles aren't defined, I don't care how much positionless basketball you play, you will not win. Okay. So this is a quick one. Thank you, Captain, for tuning in. But I wanted to do this without having to go through and create a video and find, supporting video for this and all that. I just want to do a quick live so that this can go up on YouTube so me and this gentleman can continue to have this conversation. Hopefully he will see this video and it may even spark more questions and conversation, which I welcome. Okay. So I don't want my man, I can't remember Commander, his handle on YouTube is Commander something. So thank you very much, Commander, because you sparked this particular video and I wanted to get this out. Antonio Hobson Sr., the original positionless college basketball, flying Illini, 1988-89. You got that right, Antonio. Good to see you, man. Mike Waldboozer, good to see you. He breaking down the numbers for the flying Illini. So this is the only reason. I didn't want to come on and toot the horn of the flying Illini. That's been done. We get that. I wanted to clear up what people may think what positionless basketball is. It's simply players having multiple options on the offensive and defensive end. And that you might see Jokic bring the ball up the floor, but you might see Jamal Murray, who's the guard for the Denver Nuggets, go in the post, right? So they're playing positionless, but they have defined roles. So anytime you have a conversation with somebody about positionless basketball, the defined roles is key. So if someone says, okay, they're playing positionless basketball, so they don't need a point guard, that's not true. That's not true. I don't want you to think that. Teams can get away sometimes without having a defined point guard at certain junctures of the game, but you're not going to find a national championship team, Power 5 conference champion without a defined point guard. It does not exist. Okay. It doesn't exist at the college level. It doesn't exist at the NBA level. You have to have defined roles, whether you play positionless basketball or not. Let me see who else chimed in here. Yes, sir. Look at Golden State. Thank you. I remember SIU, Coach Chris. Oh, Chris Lowry started 3 guards that went to the Sweet 16. Yep. Run this topic back multiple times. Thank you, Nikki. How you doing? Good to see you. Congratulations. I think Nikki became president of the local Delta chapter, if I'm not mistaken. So salute to you, Nikki. Keep doing your thing. Aaron, I'm going to see you shortly, partner. Thanks for jumping in. I'm about to jump off, but I had to come on here, Aaron. Aaron is a very talented sportscaster, and he understands a lot of these concepts that I'm talking about. So that'll do it for this edition of Bardo's Break. Oh, wait a minute. Let me clear out of here. That'll do it for this edition. I didn't want to go too long because I've got some other business to handle here. But if you like these topics and you know other college basketball fans who would really like these types of discussions, please share Bardo's Breakdown. You can either do the Bardo's Breakdown on Facebook or direct people to Bardo Media on YouTube. Really trying to grow the YouTube channel right now. So Bardo Media, pretty simple to remember, at YouTube. Check me out. All right. You guys have a great weekend. If you're in Chicago, get out and enjoy this 70-degree weather, because I think this is going to be the last of the Mohicans for this particular winter season. Thank you all so much for joining. Love you all. Until next time. Holla!